Make it a better place, a better place.
Be able to work together to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood.
Let's arise and build, arise and build, arise and build our Bible to the next level.
The world of today is different from yesterday.
I'm running my own company. I use Nigeria.
Industrialization is a practical process. We want you to invest in the company.
There are very little things you can do and achieve so much.
So just mentor them.
To build this nation, it's by thinking differently. It's by reasoning together. It's by working together as one.
So there's you must innovate or die.
Come to apply from mistakes. Tell each other the truth.
I am ready to be part.
Let's arise and reason together. To build a new and better Bible and greater Nigeria and Africa and land. That's what podium of leadership is all about. Let's arise and build arise and build a better place. Arise and build a better place to the next level. A better place.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome your host to the podium of leadership, Dr. Victor Udo.
Hey guys, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. All right. It's so good to have you in the podium of leadership. You might be seated. Welcome to the podium of leadership. Well, it has been a very interesting set of programs in the last few weeks that we've been going out to different local governments to sample opinion, to hear what people are saying, what is going on in their local government. It has different from having people to come in here as guests. So we decided to, bring our guests from outside, talk to them and meet them. And it has been very, very rewarding experience for us. And I hope those of you that have been listening to us on the radio, you find it also interesting to know what is going on in different local government, what their challenges are, what their natural resources are. Today, we're going to do something different. Many a times, especially in this part of the world, it's only when someone died that we come and say, oh, he did this. He was a friend to the poor. He was the father of the fatherless. He was doing this. But even right in the Bible, anybody here know who Cornelius was? And there was a testimony given about Cornelius that he did something for his community. He did something. He built what we talked about the other time. He built a place of worship. I believe in those days there was need for places of worship. In the early 60s and 50s, there was need for places of worship. Even up to 1980, there was need for places of worship here. Today, we are not going to talk about people who have built places of worship. We want to talk about people that have done something to create employment. Because that's the focus of this present administration. Job creation, wealth creation, poverty alleviation, political inclusiveness, consolidation of infrastructure, expansion of infrastructure. That's what this administration is focusing on. What are individual people doing to encourage this thing? Because we've also been talking about government is not government doing anything. We want people to start contributing. We want people to start creating their own businesses, sustained businesses. Our elderly people, our forefathers, they started it. We took They started entrepreneurship. They didn't depend on government. But today we are falling into depending on government to do everything for us. So in today's program, we want to see what are the examples. And this is how I'm going to test many of you, those of you who don't go to your local government. And when you go to your local government, what do you observe? Because there are people that are actually doing little things in their local government. I'm not talking about people who build mansions, that they don't even stay in the village. They only come during Christmas. And I'm sure those of you who were in the village in the Christmas, you saw them. They came during this Christmas. Now I'm talking about people who have done some things in the local government. It doesn't only have to be in your local government, maybe in the state, to create jobs, to create opportunities for people that is not government driven. They might have taken advantage or leveraged government opportunity, but they're creating jobs. So when we come back, I want to hear from you in the studio today, what are the examples? Who are the examples that have created jobs, that have, helped people? Well, maybe you can include people that have started schools or given scholarship for people to go to school. We want to see individual contribution to the development of people's locality. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy to have you. If you are watching us on the TV or listening to us on the radio, whether it's Planet, Inspiration, or you are listening to us on Atlantic FM, just send us a text on 0902-300-7299. And when we come back, you will hear from what these beautiful ladies and handsome gentlemen have identified in their localities, what they are doing. And maybe there's one of you here who have created jobs. You can give yourself as an example. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's so good to have you on the podium of leadership.
The secret of making that house you dream home is in Reagan Home and Kitchen. A giant in importation, wholesale and retail of all kinds of foreign products, appliances and decor for your home, including fashion accessories. We stock amazing kitchen utensils of world-class standard. Let's thrill you with our state-of-the-art dining pieces, cutleries and lots more. That's not all. At Reagan Home and Kitchen, we guarantee impeccable service delivery. You can now landscape and beautify your field and surroundings with synthetic grass of your choice from Reagan Home and Kitchen. Visit us today at Oron Road by Odotumobo Junction, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. You can call us on 0802-338-3343, 0909-074-4621. Our email reganistic@yahoo.com. Reagan Home and Kitchen. Quality beyond imagination.
Tell me, how do we take a quiet bone to the next level? How do I build this nation?
Do you want to see beyond your vision? Do you want to hear what other people think about leadership? Do you need a reshaping of your mindset and mentorship? Then tune in to the Podium of Leadership, the POL with Victor Odo, showing on AKBC Channel 45 every Monday by 12:30 p.m. and on NTA Channel 12 Uyo every Thursday by 10 p.m. Tune to the POL on Atlantic FM every Tuesday by 6:30 p.m. on Planet FM every Wednesday by 3 p.m. and on Inspiration FM every Saturday by 12:30 p.m. You can be a guest on this program. You can also advertise your product, goods and services, or sponsor the program by calling our office line 0902-300-7299. That is 0902-300-7299. Visit our website on www.thepol.com.ng. Like our page on facebook.com/The Podium of Leadership, or follow us on our Twitter handle at The Pol with Victor. The Podium of Leadership do show. Join us.
Welcome back to the Podium of Leadership. Today we have been talking about, and we will be talking about, individual contribution to the development and the progress of our localities. You can include the states. You can even give an example of what someone is doing at the national level to create jobs, to create wealth, and also to eliminate poverty. So somebody here have any example in your local government or in your senatorial district or any example in the country? I don't want you talking about Bill Gates. I don't want you talking about Ford. I want you to talk about people that have done things in your local government, are currently creating jobs, are currently creating wealth, are currently eliminating poverty in your locality. Who are they? Okay, I can see a lot of hands here. Okay, just stand up and talk about that quickly and sit down. Let's start with you.
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate a church in my village, Miyantak, in Parani local government. You know, the name of the church is Pentecostal Assemblies of the World Incorporated, but the national headquarters of the church is in my village, while the international headquarters is in America. So many years ago, when the church came to our village, and after some time, the village donated a very large portion of land to the church to build their national convention ground. And they took advantage of it and built the convention ground. In fact, every year, every December, they have their national convention in my village. So some years ago, they decided to build a secondary school in a portion of that land. In fact, our village had no secondary school. We had a primary school. So, and it is now a boarding school. In fact, of a very high standard. In fact, my village now have people from different parts of Akwa Ibom State and outside Akwa Ibom State.
What's the name of the school?
Pentecostal Assemblies High School. So people rent houses. Some people come from different places, rent houses in remote places, even though they pay meager sum, but it has boosted the economy of the place, and they buy things from the community, and every December, people will be coming from different environments to sell and make money for 5 years. So and that abyss, and they have created opportunity, they have employed people.
From that village was the one who brought that church, and that church came
the person came from Ikorenebong in Cross River State to reside in those in the 40s, and during that
time. So what today we are really celebrating the individual. So that individual person from Calabar or Cross River
he came
in,
yes,
bring the headquarters of the church
and
started
from America,
the church, started the church, started the school, and today your village have been transformed, and there's a lot of activities and employment. Excellent. Next person. Yes, you.
Doctor, I want to appreciate Dr. Emmanuel Abraham from Batak. I think this is one of the significant persons in my community that has brought an international school that let people know that that place is happening. And aside that, that school is, by school fees, is above 75,000, which an individual from the community may not be able to afford. But it gives opportunity for examination every year that an individual from the communities, even the neighboring communities, sit for exam. The successful person goes to the school free.
Just one person?
One person goes to the school free.
One person from the whole of the Asimon, Patak, or one village per village. One person per village.
Recently, it was one, but I'm sure as we are progressing, it will increase to a better number. But with that, we appreciate so much.
Fit, right?
Yes, and it's exposed the name of Mbatak, and the likes of Mr. Udwak Isobara, they add to it. There are some roads that they grade without the knowledge of the government, and most of these they facilitate the electrification of the community. So I would appreciate them.
So you mentioned Dr. Emmanuel Abraham, who is from Patak.
Yes.
Anybody here have not heard of Top Faith? So Top Faith is a very good school. We've heard the other school that was established by a church and here by an individual. Is there any other person who has an example of economic development, empowerment, job creation in your locality? Mention the locality and the name of the person. Yes, you.
Thank you, Doctor. In my place in Serubium, I want to recommend an ordinary person by name, maybe he's now a youth chairman. His name is Prophet Samuel. He did what touches all the community. In my village, there is no stream because all the stream have dry because of some people say there is crude oil in my area. So there is this thing that they call caravan. So it dry up all the stream. So this man, he have to dig a borehole, and this borehole, you are not paying for it. When you go, you will fetch water. All the village will go to fetch water for free.
Okay. So the person, the youth chairman, what's his name? You don't even know his name? Prophet Samuel. Bishop Samuel. That's excellent. So Bishop Samuel have make you guys to overcome what is called Nkarafang or Ross, or Mbakara, right? And now there's a borehole water that covers the entire village, and you didn't have to get money from the government. That's social entrepreneurship, doing something for the community. Let's give it up to the prophet. Is Dr. Emmanuel also a prophet? Because the other one was a church leader also. So far, it looks like all the examples are from churches. It's a prophet in the making. All right. Next person. Just go to the brief, to the point. Make sure the name of the person, what he has done in your community that is worth emulating, that some other person can do. And I hope you guys sitting here will do the same thing when you grow up or when you have money. Yes.
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate a man in my local government, a retired person. His name is retired Marshal Nsika Redwok. This man I'm mentioning has brought in an industry that have been able to employ.
So you're from Ibesipo?
Yes, I'm from Ibesipo, and I'm proud to say that he has been able to employ more than 50 in my community. And it's working well. So I still want to appreciate him. Not just him. I also want to appreciate Honorable Uwemi Taitok, one of the immediate past commissioners in Akwa Ibom State. He has a big farm. We are talking about in agricultural sector here. He has started it quite a long time ago in Ibisipo Sultan, and it's helping a whole lot of people in my local
That's very interesting. I've been to the oil palm facility of the retired general in Chicago. I was really impressed. They have equipment to process palm fruit, to process palm kernel, and all they need. We talk about people who have farms. They need as much palm fruits and kernel as possible. So that's commendable. And that thing can be expanded. It can go up to 2 shifts operation if there's enough palm fruits and palm kernel. You know, you also talk about the former commissioner Uwemi Taituk. I heard he has big farms. That's the kind of thing. I think he's planting cassava and other things like that. So these things are not just talking about it. People are actually doing things in their community. And we want other people who have access to money, who have access to resources, to do the same thing in their communities. If every retired general does something in their own community, you are going to see the community is going to develop. And we are not going to have all this urban migration that we are having. People will stay in their local government. Look at Akwa Ibom, very small place. In 1 hour, you can be in any part of Akwa Ibom. So kids and youths are leaving the villages because there's nothing to do. But when people like retired General Nzika open such industries, if we can support by providing the palm fruits and palm kernel that they need in that facility, rather than selling it to people that take it all the way to Enugu. You know, I think they always say, what are you going to Sokoto to look for when you have Chokoto here? So if we have such a big facility here, why don't we make sure all these palm fruits, and there is palm fruits and palm kernel everywhere in Akwa Ibom. Why can't we get that production facility to the maximum? And why can't we open? I know there are other people who have opened micro palm processing in their own local government. That also should be encouraged, you know. And people should also do what Mr. Taituk is doing, opening farms. There's life after government. There's life outside of government. People need to follow these examples. Yes, can we take another good example? Yes, you on the suit.
Doctor, I want to sincerely appreciate Mr. Utaba Achibong, right from Biribebio here, for the ability
your
of
local government.
Biribebio, Ibisipo.
Ibisipo.
Yes.
Okay. So Ibisipo should be a very well developed local government now.
Yes, sir. I thank him for giving the water supply beside the filling station, because he has filling station. And also at Nongoku.
How many people work in the filling station?
Up to like 6 people, more than that. And also the name of filling station is the XP Ambrose filling station. And also at Nongoku, another branch there, and also giving water for free. What I'm talking about in Biribebe now is up to like 4 years, giving water for free. It doesn't collect any penny from anybody.
Those are all good social entrepreneurship. Who is doing an industry? Okay, we heard about the retired general here. Is there any other industry that a private person is doing that is employing people and creating jobs and creating wealth? Industry. Okay, who? And where?
Mr. Ituro Colomba from Ibiono, the CEO of the Bridge TV show, because through his creative in the media, has been able
is that an industry?
Has been able to employ people.
Okay, like how many people?
Has employed about 7, 8 staffs, in which he has helped in the eradication of unemployment in the state.
All right, so we want to talk about people that are doing things to employ people.
Thank you, Doctor. I want to sincerely appreciate the effort of Engineer Samuel Ekpenyong from Ward 7 in Ikono local government area, who owns Solar City at Oron Road. He has great employment opportunities. He has employed so many youths there. And also, I want to appreciate the effort of Mr. Sylvester Akba, who owns a quarry company at Atiko Abubakar. He has employed so many people from quotes from Ward 7, where I come from, Ikono and Bijon. So I also want to appreciate the effort of Mr. Victor Odofia in the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly representing Ikono
So he has created so many employment opportunities. They have been supporting development projects.
What kind of project? Is it political opportunities or industry?
They have given scholarship to people, employing people in their companies, empowering people in diversified ways. So they have tried a lot. Even the
Okay. All right. So they think our individual contribution to the development of their locality. So education is also part of it. Any other person? What I was hoping to hear is people who are actually doing industries and creating jobs and creating wealth and creating sustainable development and jobs that are sustained. Any other person? Okay, let's give it to him.
I want to thank Chief Ezekiel Omoren from my community. When I graduated from secondary school, the school library was like a kiosk. So when I traveled home last, I saw a very big building. I asked who did this, and my dad told me that it was Chief Ezekiel Omoren who built the school, the library for the school.
The secret of making that house you dream home is in Reagan Home and Kitchen, a giant in importation, wholesale and retail of all kinds of foreign products, appliances and decor for your home, including fashion accessories. We stock amazing kitchen utensils of world-class standard. Let's thrill you with our state-of-the-art dining pieces, cutleries and lots more. That's not all. At Reagan Home and Kitchen, we guarantee impeccable service delivery. You can now landscape and beautify your field and surroundings with synthetic grass of your choice from Reagan Home and Kitchen. Visit us today at Oron Road by Odotumobo Junction, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. You can call us on 0802-338-3343, 0909 074-4621. Our email reganistic@yahoo.com. Reagan Home and Kitchen. Quality beyond imagination.
Tell me, how do we take a quiet bone to the next level? How do I build this nation?
Do you want to see beyond your vision? Do you want to hear what other people think about leadership? Do you need a reshaping of your mindset and mentorship? Then tune in to the Podium of Leadership, the POL with Victor Udo, showing on AKBC Channel 45 every Monday by 12:30 p.m. and on NTA Channel 12 Uyo every Thursday by 10 p.m. Tune to the POL on Atlantic FM every Tuesday by 6:30 p.m. on Planet FM every Wednesday by 3 p.m. and on Inspiration FM every Saturday by 12:30 p.m. You can be a guest on this program. You can also advertise your product, goods and services, or sponsor the program by calling our office line 0902-300-7299. That is 0902-300-7299. Visit our website on www.thepol.com.ng. Like our page on facebook.com/The Podium of Leadership, or follow us on our Twitter handle at The Pol with Victor. The Podium of Leadership do show. Join us.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about individuals that have made significant contribution in the development of their localities. I think I've heard some prime ones like the retired Major General, because I've been there and I've seen how huge that place is. And all we need in that place is for us to channel all this palm fruit and palm kernel that every local government is generating. I wish someone here would rise up and form some kind of a cooperative. Also, people have talked about people who did borehole, which is more like social entrepreneur. People have talked about people who have come in, even churches that have come in to open schools. These are good because they're not government efforts. And we want to encourage that. To those of you listening to us on the TV or watching us on the TV or listening to us on the radio, who are examples? These are models. These are the type of role models we want. You know, role model doesn't have to be commissioners and local government chairmen and councillors. These are people that are actually creating jobs. These are people that are actually creating wealth. These are the people that are actually helping us to eliminate poverty. And that's the program, the objectives of this government. These are people who are actually helping us to expand on the infrastructure. When someone spends billions of naira to build a factory that can turn palm fruits into different quality of palm oil and palm kernel oil and export it, and 50 or more are working. Those are the kind of things that we need, the kind of thing that would definitely sustain development in this state. Now, we also want to go out and see, because I know if we were to invite host guests here, they would have given us more examples. So what we decided to do is to go out to the different local governments. Unfortunately, we couldn't go to the 31 local government. We've sampled a few local governments that we've been to get example of what people are doing to develop, individuals are doing, are contributing to the development of their localities. So the question is, who is doing an individual contribution in your local government, in your community? What are the individual contributions to the development of your localities? And we want names, name of people and what they are doing.
I'm Mr. Timothy Omar from Obodokara local government. Let me start a play case example. Like the former deputy governor, Dr. Christopher Egboyong, he has developed so many areas. Farm-wise has cited a lot of plots. He has cited hotels. There are other areas he developed and he's still thinking of developing more. That's one. Like the Pastor Karika, he has gone to developing some other areas where herring population are being absorbed and employed for some, let me say, wages. And there are other people.
My name is Christian Tom, a native of Ukwa village in Esereke local government area of Akwa Ibom State. The effort we started this on a premise that the governed and the person governing and the being governed, they have a role to play. The leaders and the led, they have a role to play. Eket people, I said that they are highly illustrious. They are highly illustrious in nature. Now, if you look at how the Eket people have been able to try to make good of the situation they found themselves, it is evident everywhere. I want to cite a classic example. You see, when a refinery by name Amakpe refinery came up, it was done by an indigenous son of Eket. But I'm not going to the political area, whether it came to fruition or not, but that was a giant step in the right direction. That if the enabling play environment was given, it would have thrived, it would have competed favorably with his competitors outside the state. And today, that was an effort of an Eket son. Other effort of individuals in Eket origin that has you could say that have been geared towards development of Eket could be seen in maybe could be seen in the action of Elder Benjamin Udobia when he built and kept going in Eden Hotels. And you can see that the Eden Hotels, the hotel in question, has provided a lot of job opportunities for persons, has provided accommodation for the tourists, visiting tourists from other extractions that have come to visit Eket, which is the hub in Akwa Ibom State. And these are all efforts of individuals. Like the Transatlantic Hotel built by Barrister Basti Sen. You see, these are efforts of individuals, all geared towards making Eket a better place.
My name is Sukwo Eneminyefiong, National President of Oyaro Group of Villages in Oronu government area of Akwa Ibom State. We cannot do any development without funds. We cannot do any development without funds. Talking about individual development, I think I don't see it because the rate of poverty in the land, especially this period of change, is so alarming. So you cannot expect somebody who cannot afford 3 square meal to embark on a particular project. It's highly impossible. So we still need assistance from government. So talking of individual development, I think it's far-fetched. I don't think it's far-fetched. That's why we have been calling on government to come to our rescue, to provide us those amenities. And In my community, as Uyaro, for almost, it's getting to a year, we don't have electricity. It's almost getting to 1 year. And we have written to the state government, we have written to NDC to no avail. So an individual cannot embark on that type of projects because of the financial involvement.
My by name Dianabasi Suko Fort from Ikorabasi number 1 Etinan. Well, in the past, our community Etinan, local government as alone, has tried. Formerly, Etinan market wasn't functioning. It is through the community, the entire Etinan local government people, Etinan market is one of the best market in town now. Lots of things, lots of revenue is being attracted in there. It is the effort of our own people in Etinan here that is being done. Then two, in the past, efforts had been made in terms of opening some roads. Most of these roads had been neglected because people talk of politics now. Every young person's attention is geared towards politics, going to earn cheap money. But formerly, in the past, efforts had been made so that our young people will go in there. You see them going in there in large numbers to do communal work. But now, except it is political something where you see them. So the government now, the government now is not encouraging the youth by using them in terms of money, so that they are not more interested in doing communal work for the community, except you call them for political gathering, because they know money is going to be shared. So that's how it is now.
My name is Elder Edith Suko. I hail from a local government area. If you pass down here, you will see 3 bridges. The 3 bridges there were consulted by village, by communal effort. This village consulted those bridges there so that we can communicate with another village. And also linking with the another community there. They consulted another bridge. In fact, I will say the villages have much to communicate with others by building bridges, culverts, and so.
My name is Mrs. Ime Imo Edemeka, Eket local government area of Akwa Ibom State. In Eket, I really have not seen individual projects. I really have not seen individual projects. Right now, I am like taking my mind all around Eket and checking out. There have been no individual projects. People have not really. What we have here is what Mobile Producing Nigeria Limited, it's Unlimited, sorry, it's doing. Whatever we have here, that is. But for individuals, I have not. Even government, say senatorial, we really have not seen much of those developments. Yes.
My name is George Bassi Korepena. They do donate land for the building of schools. Some well-to-do people even have to give certain infrastructure to the school for development, like provision of tables, and even have to buy transformer for a particular area for electricity. And sometimes when the transformer is bad, the people living around will have to contribute and then have the transformer repaired.
My name is Ubong Benson. I'm an indigenous of this village, Ikorabasi number 1 in Etinan Local Government Council. For me, my own personal individual effort is that we have nursery schools. We have new schools here, which is light. When school comes into a near area, it brings light to that area. We have churches, which brings spiritual growth in the place. We have new infrastructures, like take for example, last week, the state House of Assembly approved the College of ELTEC to be an entity on its own. That's a development. If you look at Afghan State, so if you look at the General Hospital Etinan, the governor has promised to come and develop that General Hospital to make it one in town. And we have a Tina Institute, which is one of the best secondary schools in Akwa Ibom State. We have good people in Tina.
My name is Samuel Ederesian. I'm from Diabetic Bay in a local government area. I would trace my appreciation. I use this opportunity to trace my appreciation to one of us in this community. I'm so happy, and I pray that right now he's hearing me. His name is Mr. Ndarake Basineke. I'm so happy and proud to say I'm a product of his efforts toward the development of this community. He didn't wait for government. What I say so, the bridge that you are seeing here was constructed by him. The secondary school there, he has been through his earnest efforts that the school came to stay, and the school, we are the product of the school. We left here to the university and we came back. So I really appreciate him and others. We have many people here that in one way or the other they have been helping. They don't wait on government or for government to come and do this or government to do that. Like one man precisely, Bishop Henry Omo. Last year by this time, this road was in such a way that motor cannot enter. He personally paid. He put a caterpillar just to clean the road so that motor can enter. Others have contributed in one way or the other toward the development, forming a cooperative association that can gather for the help of the individuals, and as a group, and in one way or the other, they are being in support and helping the community to develop.
My name is Elder Sukwa James Eto. Hail from Rosa Toro in a Bag local government area. Yes. Very many rich men in the Bag local government have tried to develop either one program or the other, like schools, building good schools, building fish ponds and hotels that will attract people, that will employ people. And then you see those things also bring development into the area that we are. For example, if you get to top of Ivory, you see what is happening there. It is a very nice place, which we can send in our children to go and have education, the well-trained knowledge from those good teachers that are in that school.
I'm Elder Usoro Joshua Peter from Ikorabasi number 1, 18 and local government area. I may say not presently, because late Okuneko, late Paramarula, John Ekwere, when he was the chairman of the local government, he was able to tar the road as a local government, bringing development. He did not wait for state governor to come and do it. He did it through his own office. But since that time, I don't see any incoming governor or incoming administrator in the local government that is able to do that. But in the area of boreholes, we have like Samikon, who served in the House of Assembly. He has touched the life of many citizens. In particular, this is Ward 3. This is Ward 3 in the China local government area of Akwa Ibom State. So, apart from Samikon, I don't see any other thing that they have done individually. Apart from, you will find boreholes in individual compounds which they have helped other people.
Get a chief in my children, to be able to them, to local government. Well, in the field, I go in the since you were a penama. It was in the line to go shops, I went and they repaying government. And in the shop of my young man, to sign a chemist. I'm more near to going any to Udua. Yamante, to go to Udua, where Matthews have been a boy in a messer already. In them one day, or tell it, Tangami, it bonny came. Young and Sangaran to go, you say, boy, we put you be a magare, a bagain, so Mungpon to share. I come me by 7 in a Kenam Mungporu, so in a key. It's terrible. My name is Edemem Odofia. I'm indigenous of Ikoroso Panitan in Itula government area. We here in Ito, if people come and see the entire ground here, there is no good development. We have hotel, the hotel where they here, not the function or that like the one where they here, the local hotel. I couldn't say development because by the time the company, we have company and our boys and girls working there, when we are working, money will come later. But as at now, since that company not there again with us, we are trying to manage our life. And we are managing our life, no full incomes to our pockets. So we just like that. So we are praying, make God come and help us to grow. So we are managing everything here. Everything here we are managed.
I mean, get on the Isaac Fionton. Ndika, Ogiboku, Ijolo comments, Fire State. Saying Dankerke is individual, same when I bring development to each. As some oil me, tuna me one me, you cock if you put through. Then, a particular place get a bag, Ugoroso, Apan, Ijero, are a very big oil me. Obukantum, Ugono, you women, may we be zero. Ina majube na me kok me iwami me abokba me koti e produce mpoki tiero nso me produce me ran tum me pagba ni rara na mi ari so ngurwami all those things saka gene seno ufro me ki to me another thing ko imitier computer me aba senyo ngori no me wo phone me esai me nso business centers ndoro Mbonyere ika ka me itemfen bornyere dise all those things moba ki to me ngame development ara asok ni to me emnyong nsongo ngonye nker even sisigi baba me mewo individual esike no mewo loan ebo women ke nyamurwa so years or a month of return with interest osigi ni no iye me interest yin oyem Everyone wamawu, and you get some to one through no government because it will free. The government can do every game. I will ram. And infra, without a many them for young one government. Him or me in infra body in individual aspect. I won't was I want the I mean, Betty, ye Sammy Rame. Some men get you in and out, a man in and out. In and out, I for no can come more. Now you war to yes, I can now remain one place. Now you war to yes, I can now remain one place. One day, I was saying, blessing, I you go take care. Abu Jig me when I am no fan of me. I bring a remaining in war, yet in a war. You go by name, see, you did it, and yes, also see what you take it. Now, I was saying, my blessing, Yenega, di, me, Kubutum, Imo, Agbama irigene gbe odu to make it now a day woro near my family. I need to work. I sponsor ni to mo go phone with. I can make a nigga with a minute como. I send go to I'm an abandoned woman. I sponsor go phone with. And also bring development to E2. And then again I'll send me young Ika Unguero. I am a mutum. I sponsor with them. Okay. For example, now I'm not proud of this. You know, they were going to go in one more. Me, they bound a team messing to use one them. Don't get it to Generous one. I'm even as one and I'm don't find them. I don't need to all come with. In a still going to walk the market and I come tell on me because with the Mukame phone, I don't want. With the Mukame phone, get a sending with. As presently now, we have about 6 graduates go for 8 many. But go to Mukame phone. Now, you know, assist mbiomfen ndoro ke dum yo senye assistero imisige outside two graduates.
Welcome back to the podium of leadership. Today we've been talking about individuals that have done something good in their localities. And we've also gone out to talk to people on the street. And they've also identified some of these individuals. The reason we are doing this is just to encourage, in a place like where people have basketball stars, young children want to be like Michael Jordan, who was a great basketball star, and that was a role model. But in a community like in Nigeria, everyone wants to be a model of a commissioner. The commissioner is not for everybody. Everybody cannot be commissioner. And so we thought in this program, we will identify people that have shown example in individual wealth creation. And someone talk about the proprietor of Top Fit Secondary School in Patak. That's a good school. That's something worth emulating. And it has employed a lot of people there. Now, you don't just want to talk about schools. Because if you have so many schools, and there are so many of them, I know there is a big competition. People are moving away from public school into private school. There is Ivory of Towers. Is that right? Tower of Ivory. There are many, many, many other schools. So we want people to also, and there are many, many, many hotels. There are many, many, many filling stations. And now people are beginning to do borehole free of charge to their community. And some are also doing this bottled water and sachet water. And as far as we are not going to buy sachet water and bottled water, that's something encouraging. Now people are also doing bakery. Now bakery is something that has been going on for a very long time. I remember even before I traveled when I was young, people were making soap. These are things that people need to be encouraged. So next time we have a program like this, we would like to hear these examples. Let's talk about this. It's not councillorship only that we should be talking about. It's not local government chairman that we'll be talking about all the time. It's not only commissioners. Of course, only one governor. We can only have one governor in 8 years. So everybody can definitely not be a governor. But everybody can be an employer of labor. And that's why government is doing this AKIS, to develop new entrepreneurs. So our hope is if this kind of program is done 2 years from now, that many of you in this audience will be listed as someone that have employed 10 people, 20 people. Now, let me just let someone among you here in this audience give an example of what an individual can do that is worth talking about. Can you?
For the opportunity given to me to appreciate Adeli Banga, who has been the draft coordinator, who have been able to plan the world draft competition, Ibom Classic 2016. He has been a successfully planner, and that competition has become very successfully, and we have been able to emerge the champions to show that people that know how to make their efforts or how to be a creative or how to make a brain work. I thank Dandeli Banga too very well because he is one of the person who is strategized to stand out to show that he can do creativity, brings people to make to think of our draft, because people regard a draft as a mere something, things that does not have a good things to do with human minds. But we come to see that draft is more things that take away idleness. Drafts the things that make people to unite quick. So we thank you very much and we appreciate his efforts.
Okay. Anybody want to add to that? Okay, someone here want to add to that. Well, that has been a very interesting conversation from a specific location. This been trying to do something different, and he felt like he came to this program and told us about this world draft, just like they have championship. He's going to start the world draft championship, and he came here. He asked people. We went to government, the Minister of Tourism, and a few other government officials and corporations to sponsor him. So, how many of you attended that event? Was it a successful event? Was it a successful event? Okay, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you competed and you were successful. Can you see your evidence of your success and participation. Okay, that's something that looks good. So that's something I believe is a little way. Might not be retired general that starts a big factory, might not be a former commissioner that starts a big farm, might not be a former deputy governor that starts a big farm that includes bakery, that includes fish farming, rice plantation, and so on. But in one little way, he's trying to do a draft competition. Hopefully, it will continue to grow and become better. So the point here we are saying is, we want people that can contribute, not only to your local society, but you can start from your local society, contribute to the state level, the national level. So once again, let's give it up to Mr. Ibanga.
The secret of making that house you dream home is in Reagan Home and Kitchen. A giant in importation, wholesale and retail of all kinds of foreign products, appliances and decor for your home, including fashion accessories. We stock amazing kitchen utensils of world-class standard. Let's thrill you with our state-of-the-art dining pieces, cutleries and lots more. That's not all. At Reagan Home and Kitchen, we guarantee impeccable service delivery. You can now landscape and beautify your field and surroundings with synthetic grass of your choice from Reagan Home and Kitchen. Visit us today at Oron Road by Odotumobo Junction, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. You can call us on 0802-338-3343, 0909 074-4621. Our email reganistic@yahoo.com. Reagan Home and Kitchen. Quality beyond imagination.
Tell me, how do we take a quiet home to the next level? How do I build this nation?
Do you want to see beyond your vision? Do you want to hear what other people think about leadership? Do you need a reshaping of your mindset and mentorship? Then tune in to the Podium of Leadership, the POL with Victor Udo, showing on AKBC Channel 45 every Monday by 12:30 p.m. and on NTA Channel 12 Uyo every Thursday by 10 p.m. Tune to the POL on Atlantic FM every Tuesday by 6:30 p.m. on Planet FM every Wednesday by 3 p.m. and on Inspiration FM every Saturday by 12:30 p.m. You can be a guest on this program. You can also advertise your product, goods and services, or sponsor the program by calling our office line 0902-300-7299. That is 0902-300-7299. Visit our website on www.thepol.com.ng. Like our page on facebook.com/The Podium of Leadership, or follow us on our Twitter handle at The Pol with Victor. The Podium of Leadership do show. Join us.
Gentlemen, we've been talking about, and we will be talking about, individual contribution to the development and the progress of our localities. With the big contributors, and we've also ended with a small contributor that is doing something at the small level, but is actually contributing. The idea here is for us to create jobs, create wealth, and eliminate poverty. It has to start at the local level. And if change is going to start, it has to start with us. It has to start with individuals. So all these people that we have mentioned, and if you are watching or listening to us, and you have an that is worthy of modeling, any example, send the name to us. Let us know, because we want people to courage. If someone like Daniel Ibianga can start from a small thing, small beginning, and was able to organize a world championship on draft, I believe you can do something. Thank you very, very much for all of you that are contributing to your locality. Whether your name was mentioned, continue to contribute to government, your community, your village, and contribute to this country. By doing this little individual contribution, we would have all arise together and change would have started with us. Thank you very much for being on the Podium of Leadership. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Akwa Ibom. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa and all of them.